All right, welcome to the second match here with blue-white control. Take a look at our hand. It's very planeswalker heavy, and it's a little slow, but we have lands, we have an interaction. Um, I think it's a keep. Uh, Boy, that's not gonna. I mean, we have Ghost Quarter, uh, so I'm not gonna pretend like this is the worst position. We'll see if our opponent has. All right, that's two Tron lands. Chalice on one. That is not the worst. That makes me think this is Eldrazi-Tron rather than just regular Tron. Well, that's just the worst, worst possible draw after that. But let's go ahead and keep up Mana Leak here. I mean, if they have like natural Tron plus Thought-Knot Seer, I mean, that's fine. But like, you should. Okay, that's natural Tron. Please don't be Thought-Knot Seer. Walking Ballista. And that's the fine. Unfortunately, I think we're going to be forced to Ghost Quarter, which will set us back. Oh, well, hey, hold on. Don't want to get too ahead of myself here. Spreading Seas might just be the better play. Let's go ahead and try to cut off their highest mana producer. Condemn is going to be pretty bad here, but at least they don't have Tron. Maybe I should have kept up the Ghost Quarter. I mean, because we're not Mindstone. Okay. But at least this makes our mana leaks just a bit more live, which is pretty important. And it gives us time to draw into something like a Supreme Verdict or a Cryptic Command or something like that. And that just gives us so much game here. We've drawn all of these horrible spells after a Chalice on one. But if it gets to it, we could easily just like, jeez, that's a lot of mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Eldrazi's. So that does put them out of mana leak range for Thought-Knot Seer. But I imagine they would have Thought-Knot Seered during the Walking Ballista turn. I mean, it has been a couple turns, but 3, 4. Chalice on 2. Unfortunately, that's going to be pretty powerful. It's going to shut down our mana leak. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Let's go ahead and get a Hallowed Fountain here. Cryptic Command is a pretty good draw. Yeah, I like Cryptic Command. It's another land. It's a lot of lands. It's a lot of colorless Eldrazi mana. Endbringer, yeah, this can't resolve, or else we're in a pretty bad position. All right, that's another land, and this means we can go Gideon Downtick, which is pretty good here. And we can also Elspeth next turn, which I like a lot. Let's go ahead and get rid of this Walking Ballista. It's going to shoot our face. Yep. Next turn we go Elspeth and feel pretty good about it. Even if they have like a Reality Smasher, like we can downtick Elspeth. Cycling Mindstone is probably a good idea here. Let's see, 1, 2, Okay, that's just regular mana, it looks like. Is it Chalice on 3, maybe? Oh, wow, another Walking Ballista. Oof. I mean, yeah, you got it. There goes 1/1 condition, and that's a sick draw. I'm just gonna go ahead and run out Elspeth here. Make some tokens. And if our opponent wants to spend time pumping Walking Ballista, like, that's also okay. Because it means they're not doing anything else. Another land on from our opponent there, which is pretty good for us. And they just pass, because they kind of have to. And another land here is great. If we attack, how many times can they? 1, 2, 3. They can pump once and then just block. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold back. And then we can rev for 4 on end step. We can kind of just sit back on this Elspeth here as it takes over the game. Yep. Walking Ballista grows a little. Not enough to scare us, though. 2, 3, 4 mana. 5, 6. Another Walking Ballista. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go ahead and hopefully we can find a Supreme Verdict here. X is currently 4. No Supreme Verdict. So that's not great. This means that Elspeth, she won't die next turn unless our opponent hits a land. That's a lot of dead 1-mana spells. Let's just go ahead and make some more tokens here. We'll discard some 1-mana spells. Let's get rid of Spell Snare. And that kind of grows our Logic Knot, actually, now that I think about it. Not that we need it with Cryptic Command, really. Reality Smasher. No thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. So let's exile 5 cards. And then we still have Cryptic Command up. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3. So X is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's just do 6 for safe measure. And X equals 6. Sorry about that, took so long, just wanted to... Alright, and our opponent concedes. Fantastic. So how do we want to approach this matchup in game 2? Let's think about it. Stony Silence doesn't actually do much against them. I didn't see... I feel like they do have Expedition Map. I didn't see it that game, though. Crucible definitely helps the Ghost Quarter plan a little less, but in general, we have a pretty good game 1 matchup against them anyways. Chalice is rough, though. Chalice on 1 did hurt us. I like Click, just steal a threat. Negate Dispel is pretty weak. Negate in general is kind of weak, because it just doesn't hit Chalice fast enough, but maybe they'll bring in some sort of hate game 2 that we want Negate. Kind of want to cut it, though. We have the Tension Spheres to get rid of negates, to get rid of the Chalices. So let's go ahead and cut that. Mana Leak is pretty important, so I don't want to cut that. Maybe cut 1 Spell Snare, because it can still hit Chalice of the Void on the draw. So yeah, let's cut 1 Spell Snare, 1 Negate, and just try to be able to answer the actual board, rather than be too reactive, you know what I mean? So this is a pretty good hand. We have turn 2 Spreading Seas into turn 4 Supreme Verdict. So I like this hand. Logic Knot's going to come online a little later, but we don't need it to come online too soon or anything. And Blessed Alliance also great in dealing with things like Reality Smasher. Alright, they're pretty close to Tron. Alright. So no Chalice. Alright, we don't have to take damage from our spells here. Which one is more likely? I'm going to hit the tower just because it's the more powerful Tron land. Ghost Quarter, great draw. Eldrazi Temple could get a Thought-Knot Seer here. Not that we could particularly stop it though. And we'll have ways to answer it down the road. It's like if Logic Knot was a Mana Leak here, I probably would have just kept up Mana Leak. Because now they kind of have like, it really depends what angle they want to fight from. They took the Verdict, and I think that's probably correct. Interesting. So we could go Serum Visions, keep up Blessed Alliance. The issue is if they go like double Thought-Knot Seer. But we can't really stop that anyways. So let's go ahead and Serum Visions. See a bunch of lands that we don't want. And we'll play a Glacial Fortress. Keep up the Blessed Alliance. And hope to see another Verdict soon. Is this another Thought-Knot Seer? So maybe I shouldn't have played that Plains, you know? Maybe I did get punished. Maybe our opponent doesn't actually have a 4th land drop, and I could have countered a Thought-Knot Seer here. Alright, never mind. Disregard that. I decided to save 2 life instead of casting the... playing the Plains instead of the Hollow Fountain. Matter Shaper, sure. And that means they might not actually attack with Thought-Knots here because they know of the Blessed Alliance. Which is pretty... not bad for us. Not bad at all for us. I'm going to go ahead and play the Scalding Tarn. This lets us have the most fuel for Logic Knot. And I think for the sake of life, I kind of have to use up Blessed Alliance here. Because how else am I going to get through this Matter Shaper aside from like top decking a Path to Exile? So let's go ahead and do that. And we have Elspeth later down the road too. Heck, we even have Gideon -2. So we just want to control the board as best as we can. Target opponent sacrifices an attacking creature. We can have Logic Knot for X equals 3, which is basically Mana Leak. Endbringer, enter the revealed card zone. Okay. Which we can counter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can counter it with Logic Knot. Which they know about, I think, if I remember correctly. Because of the Thought-Knots here, so... So maybe they're just going to play around it here? Chalice on 1, maybe? Walking Ballista. Interesting. Sure. And it doesn't leave them enough mana to pump, and we couldn't have dealt with that. So... let's see. Depending on what we draw, we might want to go Gideon -2 here. It's a lot of Ghost Quarters. I mean, do I want to just go for their temples? I know that I saw wastes last game. How many wastes could they possibly have, though, is the question. I think the better line here is actually just go Gideon. Well, -2 on the Thought-Knot Seer. And Gideon's still going to be at 4 loyalty. And then we could easily just cast Elspeth next turn. Which we could even do -3 to get rid of Endbringer. I mean, that does make Walking Ballista a bit stronger. In the sense that it can just do that. But maybe I should have just kept up Logic Knot for one more turn. I don't know. I think there is a lot of pressure on us right now, and we just need to deal with it. Like, we don't even have to -3, I think, immediately on Endbringer. It would be nice if we had some sort of, like, 1-mana removal spell, like Path to Exile. That way we don't have to overcommit like that, but, oh, Thought-Knot's here? Thought-Knot's here is strong here. Thought-Knot's is super strong here. They'll snap take the Elspeth, because that card took over the game last game. And they have a lot of Ghost Quarters up here. Yep, Gideon takes a beating here. Jace, interesting. So I could tick up Jace. Yeah, I like that actually. Is there any merit to double Ghost Quartering or anything? I don't think so. I think just go Jace. Plus, get this tap land out of here. Never mind. Maybe I should have kept up Logic Knot mana. I could have played the Ghost Quarter, played the Jace. Here comes Endbringer. Oh, geez. 7 mana? All is dust. Oh my gosh. Wow. So punished. So punished for that play. Wow. And, I mean, because obviously, we're just good Magic players, right? Yep. Now we still have Logic Knot to get rid of Endbringer, but we actually lost a lot of our Haymakers to actually win this game. So we're gonna have to probably start beating down with Colonnade soon. I mean, yeah, we can't let this Endbringer resolve. Let's go ahead and exile Jace, Gideon, Tarn, all the spells that 1, 2, 3, 4. All the spells that Snapcaster Mage can't use, basically. One mana, 2 mana. Chalice of the Void on 1. Fucking Ballista. Okay, sure. See what we can do here. Supreme Verdict is not bad at all. I think we should get in with Colonnade while we can under counter magic, under counter magic, under Ghost Quarter. Is there any merit to Ghost Quartering our? In case they have not, like, I don't know. If they top deck, I don't know. They could have Tron, but I don't want to, like, attack a piece and then... Alright, well, there's Expedition Map. So they do have Tron. We'll be able to attack it with Ghost Quarter, but... Man, we definitely got punished for that because that all is dust. Karn, my god. Oh, that feels bad. Oh, we'll probably just if they go for that's interesting because they have Ghost Quarters, but sure. Oh yeah, they were about to tap Ghost Quarter. That's a major mistake. Yep. Yes, let's get an island. We'll get smacked for 1 here. Let's see if we can get some lucky draws. Not quite. We're gonna go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and use Ghost Quarter on their draw step. So that way if they draw their maybe singleton. Let's go ahead and get the mine because that's the one they searched for. But if they draw their singleton wastes, then that's why we do that. Sure. So Karn is probably going to get our mana leak here. Yep. I mean, we still have outs. We have detention spheres and stuff like that. So it's not like over or anything. Chalice on one. Yeah, that makes it, like, that definitely makes it more difficult, but alright, I think now we'll be forced to verdict the Walking Ballista. Wow. Am I tapping correctly? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that doesn't put us dead, but you know, we're pretty close to it. Karn is pretty strong. Maybe we should have been going more aggressively at those Tron lands, but I'm not sure there was much we could do. Yep, there goes Path to Exile. Not that we could have cast it. Come on, Detention Sphere. Spreading Seas. Okay, it's something. Let's go for the Urza's power plant. Just well, it's gonna get exiled anyway, so yeah, this Karn is strong. Oh well, there's another power plant, but yep, there goes Karn. About to start a new game potentially. What with only like Colonnade in play, so like it's not even that bad for us. Alright, we'll play another Scalding Tarn. Yep, Karn goes up. They have Tron, because why not? Can't cast that, so we'll pass. This is an uncomfortable position to be in against Eldrazi-Tron. Seagate Wreckage is pretty good. Oh, yeah, but then they can just draw cards off of it. That's why they did that. Yep, they can draw a card, which is pretty good. Pretty very good. There goes Serum Visions. Man, that Thought-Knot Seer on Elspeth really shut us down. Detention Sphere. Huh. Well, hello there. How are you doing? Let's go ahead and cut them off of Tron. Alright, they have another waste. Okay, so that's good to know. And we'll go ahead and get Karn. Of course, another Karn can just exile the Detention Sphere, but oh, why do I even try? Yep, they draw their card. They're seeing a lot more cards than me per turn, which is rough. Oh God, is Endbringer? Jeez, yeah. So 1 turn clock. Let's go, deck. We should thin. All right, you got us, Mr. Eldrazi-Tron. Negates are maybe pretty good here. I didn't think about Karn. I honestly didn't think about Karn. I'm just going to cut Spell Snare entirely. I'm not going to base my whole plan around Spell Snare, Chalice of the Void. And on the play, these are much more live. All these cards are pretty good. My question is, like, what do I use? What do I cut here as the last cut? Maybe a Serum Visions? I don't think so. Click is worth it. Click is definitely worth, like, taking their threat because they play mostly at sorcery speed. So maybe one Mana Leak just because they're pretty bad in the late game. But, like, it counters turn 4 Thought-Knots here, so it's hard for me to do that. Maybe, I don't know, Jace is good. Jace's card advantage. I'm going to cut one Serum Visions and see how that goes. And I'd like to play first. This is not a bad hand, not a great hand, but not a bad hand. I'm going to go ahead and keep. It's got turn 3 click. It's got a Ghost Quarter to fight Tron, I guess. Opponent's on 61 cards, which is interesting. Maybe they're like me, couldn't know what to take out, but they just decided to keep it all. Which is possible, possibly correct. Expo map, okay. Scary. Very scary. Alright, we kind of want lands. So 2 Tron lands plus Expo map. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Chalice on Mind Stone. Okay. Relic. Sure. I guess we have Snapcaster in hand right now, but we're not generally a deck that cares about the graveyard all that much. Maybe I shouldn't be thinning my deck through fetches right now. I guess it does hit our Logic Knots too, though. So the less damage we take from our mana base right now, the better. Okay. Alright, deck. Opponent plays a Relic, gives me the other Snapcaster mage. Sure. Let's try to click our opponent here. See what they're working with. So with Vendilion Click, our opponent, our MTGO doesn't actually like put the revealed cards in the revealed zone, so it's important to either write them down on Notepad or something, or remember them, or write them down on a piece of paper, because you want to remember. So Batterskull, Chalice, Reshaper, Relic, Ghost Quarter. So let's think here. What's the card we want to take? So they're currently at 3 lands, 3 mana, 4 mana with Expedition Map. Batterskull is very annoying to deal with. I'd rather take that, honestly. But Chalice of the Void, they could put it on 2. I don't care though. I'm gonna go for Batterskull. That card is incredibly annoying to have to deal with. So let's take that off of our notepad here. Soon we'll have Cryptic Command mana, hopefully. Alright, so no more Ghost Quarter. No more Reshaper in hand. Here comes another Relic. So Logic Knots are going to be pretty bad this game. Let's go ahead and... Man, even like, whatchamacallit. That's a great draw, by the way. And we're not trading with this Matter Reshaper, I don't think. We're just going to go ahead and trade some damage for a bit. And I'll keep up Cryptic Command mana. We can eventually get to Gideon, maybe hopefully Sphinx's Rev, and maybe play some Ambush Vipers down the road. Okay, opponent goes down to 17. Go ahead and play the Flooded Strand, and now we know all they're sitting on is Relic plus 2 unknowns. Let's go ahead and take that stop off their opponent's turn. Get smacked for 3 here. A race that we're unfortunately losing. For now. Okay. So it looks like they probably didn't hit a land drop, which is why they're doing this on their main phase. Go ahead and play the Urza's power plant. Another expedition map. Interesting. So this means that they get Tron. Do I want to give them that is the question. And I think the answer is no. I think we want to go ahead and attack this Expo map. We know all the other thing they have is Chalice of the Void. And Tron mana, Tron mana is really hard to come back from. Path to Exile's not bad. But they could also just Chalice on 1 here, and that cuts off our Path to Exile. The thing is, if they Chalice on 1, that means no more Expedition map. Alright. That's what they went for, Chalice on 1. Land, Mana Leak. Mana Leak's also not bad. Not the best, but not bad. Because when they don't have Tron, Mana Leak is very live. They're going to crack... Yep. So looks like these Ambush Vipers might not be Ambush Vipers forever. Sure. Swing. Play another Urza's power plant. Interesting. What's coming out here? 4 mana. Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot let this resolve, just because I have no way to deal with it. Spreading Seas. Spreading Seas is interesting. Let's go ahead and attack first. Actually, Spreading Seas is not that interesting, I'm going to be honest with you. We could Ghost Quarter plus Spreading Seas, but that puts us so behind. I mean, it's better than them having Tron right now. We could just hit their Ghost Quarter. And then they just Ghost Quarter something of mine. But then that, puts them back a land. And they decided that that land's more important. Okay, so now we have Gideon mana next turn. We're kind of trading damage here for a bit. I really hope they don't get a Reality Smasher. Ouch. Yeah, oof. That goes both ways, unfortunately. Okay. We are going to Ghost Quarter that, I think. Because Seagate Wreckage is very, very powerful. Actually... Okay, we could just slam Gideon and put him on a 2-turn clock here. And if they top deck Reality Smasher, I'm not sure that I care. Alright. This game has gone on for quite a while. Like, what are they going to do? Karn? Downtick? If they hit exactly the Tron land? Sack Relic. So they did have a lot of redraws here, I'm not going to lie, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. They have to attack Gideon. Thought-Knot Seer? Matter Shaper. Interesting. But I think we got it here. We can go tap down their team, activate Gideon. Blue. Tap all creatures your opponents control, draw a card. Play the island. Make Gideon a creature. And that should be lethal. Yep, crack the Mind Stone, look for an out. And I don't think you got one, buddy. Woo! Alright, we won that round. That's Eldrazi-Tron for you. Alright, and that's Blue White Control for you. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next round.